Great. Welcome back to the Personal Health Care Reform Talk Show. I am your host, the health engineer, Clint Fuqua. This is my new place. I'm going out with my incredible partner, Ray Edwards, for you, for everybody, actually, right? And that's why I'm bringing the show back. I've been on hiatus for a couple of years, right? A lot of stuff has happened. A whole lot of stuff has happened, right? The last 4 or 5 years. Well, the show's been on hiatus. I've been everywhere, doing tons of video content, stuff like that. I wanted to bring the show back. Why? Because we've got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. You have a life to live. The goal for this show, here's why it's named Personal Health Care Reform. Okay, the Personal Health Care Reform Talk Show is because we're going to be talking about you, your health. It's very personal. It belongs to you. You should own it. You're going to own it. Okay. And we're going to talk about how to do that in this, okay? You, personal health, your health, how you care for it. And the best part of this is the reform piece of it, okay? This is about reformation. This is reforming your life. This is improving your life. This is about taking the life that you have now, improving it, and moving into something way better than it was before. This way, you, especially if you're a parent, you can impart that to your children. It's monkey see, monkey do. They see you do it. They're going to follow through. They're going to do the same thing. Now, they're going to rebel a little bit, all right? But that's why you're the parent. You set the standards, all right? You put the base floor, you put the high end, you put the walls in. This is the life. This is how you should live. If you only go outside of that, well, you're getting a tough life. If you stay within these confines, which you choose to do, okay, this is a choice thing. This isn't we're going to show you into a thing. This is a choice thing. You must choose to do this, because when you choose to do it, you take ownership of this thing and it's yours. Literally for life. Once again, for life, for the rest of your life. However long that is, the goal is to live it the best you can, to embrace life and just go out and do stuff. Just enjoy it. Go build stuff, right, to help everybody else. That's the goal of this thing, is to build things to help the world improve and do better and be better. You, in turn, have to do that here. You got to do it here. You got to do it here. You got to do it here, right? It is a mind, body, soul, spirit thing. They all have to be in alignment. They got to be balanced, right? So today on the show, since it's been a while, I wanted to kind of do some reintroduction, give you a little insight into why I'm doing this, why I'm bringing the show back for you. And we're going to talk about a couple of things, okay? We're going to talk about move, eat, and sleep, all right? The 3 biggies, because you have to do all 3 of those in life, right? You go to bed at night, you have to sleep. You got 3 or 4 meals a day, you have to eat. You sit down in a chair, you stand up out of the chair, you walk around, you have to move. These are 3 have-tos that you do every day. The goal, as you can see, with all this lovely equipment and pretty lights and full rehab area going in upstairs, is to do it way better than you've ever done it before. This way, no matter your age, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. 120 is possible, okay, we're breaking limits. But the goal is to do it really well. The goal is to move as well when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s as you did in your 30s and 40s, right? Are you moving as well as you did in your 20s? Don't know. Maybe the goal is, I'm moving as well as I did in my 20s. I'm 48 now, right? So the goal is to keep you bouncing, under feet, limber, moving, right? So you can go do stuff. That's why we do all this, because we get to do this, so you can go do that out there. Whatever that is out there that you want to go do, you can just go do it. You want to go on a trip? You want to go climb some mountains? You want to go climb Machu Picchu? We had one of our clients last year, took us 6 months. She came in, could barely walk. 6 months later, Machu Picchu. Trailblazing up that thing. It was incredible. Now she runs up and down these stairs like it's just nothing. It's incredible. Way more inspirational than I am. But here's the point. The goal is to be better than you were. Okay? You are where you are. Own where you are. Figure out where that is. Okay? and take some ownership of where you're at with decisions you made, and then do some reformation and move forward into what is better. Okay? Better is improvement. It's not change. Don't use the C word. Change is ambiguous. Change is just change. Okay? Improvement is only one thing. It is forward. It is better. It's moving away from where you were into a better thing. That's how that works. Okay? So, on the movement, on the eat, sleep, move thing, let's focus on the number one easy thing to correct, which is sleep. Okay? You're watching this right now. Okay? You get this screen that's in your face. It's in your face all the time. We got blue lights all over the place. Get a little more sunlight during the day, a little more sunlight during the morning, a little more sunlight at night. Okay? What happens is as the sun goes down, your body starts releasing chemicals to tell you it is time for night. Okay? If you've got this blue screen blaring at you, okay, it turns off that signal. There are now blue light filters, like on smart TVs, on your phone, stuff like that. You can hit the blue light filter and it starts filtering out some of that blue light. Double down, get some of the blue light glasses. They look cool now. They don't look stupid, crazy, weird anymore, right? So they don't look like big goggles. Get some, put those on at night. And maybe put this thing away that you're watching, put that screen away, and grab a book and read. Like old school, like we did back in the late 1900s. Grab a book and read. Two things you're going to have. One, you don't have this light that's just going in and keeping everything lit up and turned on, right? Two, well, reading is hypnotic, okay? It puts you in a little bit of a hypnotic trance. So does this, right? If you Netflix and chill, you're 5 episodes in, you're like, I can't stop, right? And then you fall asleep on the couch. Not good for you. Get in bed, get a book, have some soft lights, have some soft music, have some rain sounds, whatever helps get you to calm down and chill, right? Start reading. A couple pages in, you're going to be out because you're having to follow along in this thing, going right to left and right to left and right to left. And next thing you know, boom, you are night, okay? There's some other good stuff you can take. There are other nutrients you can take for that to help get your body ready and set to sleep and actually sleep better, sleep deeper. Because the goal is the quality of the sleep. Because like if you're in bed for 8 hours, but you only got like 3 hours of sleep, that was not quality. So some of this comes back to what you're sleeping on. So that means your mattress, your pillows, your sheets, okay? The sheets that you're sleeping in makes a big difference because of comfort, thermal energy, stuff like that. Find some good natural sheets. Get some cotton, get some linen, get some silk, right? Which it's easier when it's cold out because you get the flannels on, those are cotton. Right? Usually they're cotton. Some of those are starting to get really pretty synthetic, but get the good natural cotton fiber, stuff like that. This way they breathe. They have a natural frequency that's going to help you fall asleep. You're going to feel comforted, okay? Like a nice little baby just swaddled up. So this way you literally sleep like a baby and then get some good sleep cycle. And then you wake up and next thing you know, you're going to wake up one morning, you're going to look over, it's going to be 20 minutes before your alarm and you're already going to be up and ready. Then the question is, do I go back to sleep and wait for the alarm or do I just get up? Just get up, okay? Just get up. Just once you lay your head back down, you start that REM cycle back over, and your body woke you up for a reason. It's time to get up and go. You got stuff to do. Take advantage of the bonus extra time you just got because you got really good rest and sleep, and you're already up and ready to go. Right? So there's sleep. Set a bedtime. Try not to vary it too much. Try to eat no more than 2 hours before bedtime, because you got to have digest time. If you're still digesting your food, you can't sleep. And that's roughly 3 hours, okay? Roughly 3 hours. So whatever time you're planning on going to sleep, 3 hours before that, that's like cutoff time for eating, okay? At least big meals, all right? Full-time protein-based snack before you go to bed, cool. A little bit of milk before bed, cool. The goal is we don't want you like taking down a massive meal before you go to bed. There's the sleep. The eat is the other part of it, right? Because you're doing 3 meals a day, couple snacks, right? Have your breakfast. I know everybody talks about going through doing the fasting, doing the interval fasting, intermittent fasting, all that stuff, right? Yes and no. I don't want to dig too deep into that, but some people can fast, some people can't. All right. If your body is built on storage and it just wants to store, fasting is not going to help you out because every time you fast, it thinks that you are starving it and it's going to store more. Okay. Until you do some of this and introduce this into your lifestyle and you get your metabolic rate to lift where it's up and it's not worried about storage, it wants to burn. And whenever you do this, your body gets ready for some burn, right? It says, I need this for energy. I'm not packing away. I got stuff to do. I got heavy stuff to lift in here, man. I got some PRs to set. I got a marathon to run because you went crazy. I'm not hitting on marathoner people, but still, seriously. But the thing is, once you start introducing movement to this, and we're going to talk about it in a second, the food kind of takes care of itself. Because once you do this, you want to eat better. Whenever you do better, you want to do better, right? So take that, think about it, and do a little bit better in your meals. You don't have to be like 100% perfect on your meals. No, like 80-20, okay? 80-20 is perfect. 90-10, even better. But 80-20, 80% of your meals, you know what you need. You need some good protein source. Number one, protein, prime nutrient. It's number one. Tons of studies coming out showing we need more protein, right? Then you have some good fatty acids. Okay, this is all you see in the news. We're talking about all the seed oils and getting rid of those because metabolically they're not that good for you. They cause storage. Okay, so that's when you start switching over to real butter. You start switching over to coconut oil. Right? You switch over to real palm oil, which is really expensive, by the way. Olive oil, because it's been used for centuries. Why? Because it works really, really well. Real olive oil, the extra virgin organic stuff, right? Do not heat that, by the way. No, do not heat it. So improve the oils. Why? Because they improve the integrity of your cells. Your cells work better. They form better. They turn into nice, full, solid, real cells, and they can bounce off. They slide off of each other, right? They don't just clump up. So you do that, and then we start addressing the carbohydrates because this right here, the amount of movement that you do relates to how much carbohydrate need you have. So if you're out doing marathons, you're running, you're swimming, you're biking, you're doing that stuff, carbohydrate load is up here. You need a lot of it because you need all the intake, the energy output. If you're doing this stuff, you need like about a 50-50 mix, right? Because you need some energy for the output. Oh yeah, by the way, carbs give you nice pumps, okay? No carbs, no pump. That's just how it works. If you're doing nothing, okay, if you're doing just like the bare minimum, which is walking, phenomenal. We're going to talk about it here in a second. But if that's what you're doing, that's your base, you're just not getting off the couch. That carbohydrate level is going to be down here because at that point, it's not being used for energy. It's just extra. It's storage. So once again, prime nutrient. Then we have your nutrient of integrity, right, and balance, because fats are a balancing nutrient, especially for hormones. Huge for hormones because hormones are produced from that, right? And then you have your energy component, which is carbohydrates, which gives you extra energy when you need it, if you need it. Okay. Once again, this is dependent upon how much intake you've got, or actually how much output you have. Your output dictates the intake. So if you're doing a lot of output, you're here killing it like 2 hours a day, there's a lot of input, okay? You're out there running around, a lot of input. Sitting on the couch, on the computer typing, like this is your job, not a whole lot of input need, okay? Really not. So, have some nuts in the coffee. It's with some real cream, not that fake creamy stuff. The last piece of this is my specialty. I've got this whole place. It's moving better. Okay, you sit down and stand up every day. That means you do squats every day. You probably take some stairs on occasion. That means you're doing lunges. You probably have kids, which means you're down and up and doing stuff. You go to the grocery store. You're carrying how many pounds are in those bags? Because you can only do it one trip, right? You got like 20, 30 pounds here, and you're worried about a 5-pound weight. When you go, we're carrying loads, especially Costco day. You know Costco. I know Costco day. Stacked, right? So don't be scared of this stuff. This is here to make you move better, do better. So you can, all the stuff in life, it makes it way easier. Once again, the carrying stuff, put stuff up. If somebody asks you to move a couch, are you going, yeah, knee, back, shoulder, now, no problem. Yeah, sure, let's do it. And then, then you have fun with the whole friends thing and do pivot, while you're going upstairs and make everybody laugh, right? So, but the main thing is you're born to move. Your brain and your body are connected. If you don't use one, you lose out on the other, right? You have to use your brain. Well, I say you have to use your brain. You should use your brain more. But to make this thing work and function better, you have to use this thing. You got to be able to walk, okay? Just basic motion, and that means position of everything. You've got to be able to balance. This right here, getting in line and being in balance, being head over foot, so you can have good motion. Helps out tremendously because it balances out your brain. You've got right and left sides of the brain. They bounce information back and forth. They're constantly having to do that. And if you do nothing but one thing all the time, one side gets really dominant, the other side goes docile and does nothing, right? So we have to balance that out. This stuff, I know you think about that. This stuff actually works this thing out. This is for your brain. That stuff up there is for your brain. That stuff out there, walking, is definitely for your brain. Walking is one of the best things you'll ever do for yourself because you get to take in some sunlight, which you need. Okay, you got to have a little bit of sun. I know I'm pasty. I need some more. I spend all my time in here taking care of everybody. Get out there, take a walk in the sun for like 30 minutes. Just get bathed in it for a little bit. You're not out there to sunbathe for 2 hours and get crispy and all tanned, right? No. You're out there to take in the good sun rays into your body so you can produce some vitamin D. And so you reduce your stress. And so you improve your sleep cycle. And also, if you got a little extra, tan fat looks way better. It's just a joke. But no, you do look better with just a little bit of sunlight glow. A little sun kiss. A little sun kiss glow goes a long way with longevity and health. And moving outdoors helps out with that. That's why we got the bay doors open in here right now today. So I'm getting some natural sunlight hit me a little bit. But this way you're out. You get to breathe. You get the air. You get some sunlight. You get to be one with nature for a little bit. Take those things off and go walk around on the grass barefoot for a little bit, okay? This way you get some grounding. You get some connection to the earth. You also get, I know a little bit out there, but you actually get to take advantage of electron transport going from the earth to you. It's back and forth. It's a give and take. And this way, you're going to be way more relaxed when that happens. So get in here, move around. Get out there, move around, okay? That's what we're born to do. This way, you can sit down, you can get up. You can sit down on Sunday and watch your football and still get up out of the chair and go do stuff whenever you want to go do it. Why? Because you can. Because you've taken ownership of you, you've taken ownership of your health. Now you're sleeping, now you're eating, now you're moving in here, out there, and you have a much better life. You're actually out there living. You're not just watching it happen on a screen. You're the guy putting it on the screen so everybody else can watch it. Okay. And that's kind of the goal. It's not to brag. It's to show people, hey, look what I did. You should come do this too. I want this trail over here. You should check it out. Right? If you're living a good life, show other people how to live that good life. That's a way to give back and give some inspiration instead of bragging about, oh, look where I'm at today. Right? No. This is what I'm doing. This is how I got here. This is how you can get here and do this too. Right? This way everybody lives better, has a happier life, and that's how it works. So, going forward, what's happening in this show is I'm going to be moving around. I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to go to different places. I'm going to go to different gyms. I'm going to go to clinics. I'm going to be talking to doctors, chiropractors. Send me some messages who you want to hear from. If you've got somebody that you'd like to see or hear from on the show, let me know. I will bring them on. I'll be at their place. We'll do a showcase of them, what they do, and how it's going to help you live better. Okay, because that's the goal to do that and shed a light on other people that are doing this stuff. This way you know who to see, where to go, right? In the spring, I've got a huge thing called Change Life and Destiny. Come see that. You're going to see tons and tons and tons of incredible people up on stage talking about all different modalities, what to take, what to do for better health, right? And it's a full three-day conference here in Plano. It's amazing. Be there, watch this show, take advantage of all the people I'm going to have on the show, and go out, live a better life. That's the goal. Also, one other thing, so cool thing that actually kickstarted me coming back on here. I was recently featured in an article about the men of Maha. Okay, the calendar's coming soon. But so, oh yeah, speaking of my partner, that's Ray right there, and upstairs. But so that article, it's in Yahoo News. Look it up, the men of Maha, and this is about why guys like me got into getting people healthy and why we want to help other people get healthy. That's the goal. Make America healthy again, right? It's about health. That's it. There's Make America Fit Again, all part of that, which is fitness, getting you fit to go out and live life. There you go. That's first episode. I'll be back. Tons of people coming on. Enjoy it. Share this out to everybody that you think should see it, that you know should see it. It's going to benefit from watching this. And once again, the OBBM app, download that, get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, on your iPad, on your Roku TV. If you have a smart TV from Roku, download it. We got tons of shows, so many shows, so many documentaries for you, for your health, for your life, for your liberty, for everything else. Do great things for yourself, so you can do great things for other people every day. That's why we are here. Enjoy. See you next episode.